And we are live. Roll up, everybody. Gotta come and join. One man went to mow. We're doing it again. So it's just that afternoon session sort of thing, or morning session, depending on which part of the world you are in, I should say. So we are converged here again to go through what we usually go through. So I am here and I need you to be in my company. One man went to mow, the eagle has landed.
Only water, only water, where they see ma. Water, only water, where they see ma. Hapa o naido, hapa o naido. Hapa you don't come o. Hapa o naido. Oro kẹ̀kẹ́ ẹlẹ́mù yé o. Ilé sọ́díyà kẹ̀kẹ́ ẹlẹ́mù ré o. Bobby master kẹ̀kẹ́ ẹlẹ́mù ré o. Chifu Faila ti kẹ̀kẹ́ ẹlẹ́mù ré o. Eruku lẹ̀lẹ̀ ẹlẹ́mù dé. Eruku lẹ̀lẹ̀ ẹgbẹ́ ẹlẹ́mù dòde ojàre o. Eruku lẹ̀lẹ̀ Ghana ti dé ẹgbẹ́ bọ́dì o. Ọmọ wata. Hapa o naido. Hapa you don't come o. Hapa o naido. Oro kẹ̀kẹ́ ẹlẹ́mù yé o. Ilé sọ́díyà kẹ̀kẹ́ ẹlẹ́mù ré o. Bobby master kẹ̀kẹ́ ẹlẹ́mù ré o. Chifu Faila ti kẹ̀kẹ́ ẹlẹ́mù ré o. Eruku lẹ̀lẹ̀ ẹlẹ́mù dé. Eruku lẹ̀lẹ̀ ẹgbẹ́ ẹlẹ́mù dòde ojàre o. Eruku lẹ̀lẹ̀ Ghana ti dé ẹgbẹ́ bọ́dì o. Ọmọ ẹlẹ́yẹ ẹ̀yẹ o ó dìlé o. Odúyẹ̀lá ẹ̀yẹ o ó dìlé o. Petrosonama ẹ̀yẹ o ó dìlé o. Petrosodúnkẹ́ ẹ̀yẹ rẹ̀ ó dìlé o. Ẹlẹ́kọ̀ ọ̀run mú ìní o. Àkùkọ ọ̀run mẹ́kọ̀. Ikú kò ní rí wa gbéṣe o.
And there we are. Iku Koniriwa Agbeshe, the mighty. I'm just trying to position my camera so it's not conflicting with my shirt. Iku Koniriwa Agbeshe, as guys, I bring you this. The mighty care guides are breaking DSS arrest General Idris Bello, Dambazau. So quite why Buhari is moving against one of his clansmen, we'll find out just shortly. This one's somewhat alarming. Pastor. Okay, so actually, let me bring it from a different perspective. Okay, let me bring it from here. RCCG launches online dating website. So RCCG, of course, the Redeemed Christian Church of God, which is essentially the church of Pastor Enoch Adeboye. So it looks as though now they are looking to rival Tinder. Again, RCCG Parish launches online dating site. So what that means, we'll find out in the fullness of. So now this now surprising, just to the headline, because I never read the story, just the headline, but then we'll read the story together. So then, quite curious to find out what this is all about. Ndigbo will kneel, prostrate, beg for 2023 presidency. Ezeife saying this, so a leading Igbo man saying this. So this is really now what makes it so intriguing. Ndigbo will kneel, prostrate, beg for 2023 presidency. Ezeife speaks to the place. So quite what that means we'll find out in the fullness of. Still with the East, 2023, why Igbos may never produce president of Nigeria. Bishop Azubuike speaking. So the Igbos now speaking to the reality of their circumstance, it looks like. So what that reality is, we'll find out just in the fullness of. So plenty to go through. So relax, kick back, and just take it easy, as I said. But before we find out anything, first let's come in via the traditional space, which is now the Eastern Quarters. Another Python dance.
Python that's one, Python that's two, now Python that's a three. Una poli meri nandi.
Right. Apologies for that. Those of you regular to this place will already know what happened. A glitch in the matrix. Anytime I try to upload a clip, the systems, sometimes, not every time, but sometimes when I try to upload a clip, the system somewhat glitches. So we try again to the Eastern Quarters.
I O Mary Wonindizu Woniya Abakare Mama Daora Una Pori Mary Nandi win the war. Python that's one, Python that's two, now Python that's a three. Una Pori Mary Nandi win the war. Python that's one, Python that's two, now Python that's a three. Una Pori Mary Nandi onye du aimo o meri woni nizu ngiro ya abakare mamanda ora una pori meri Nandi win the war. Python that's one, Python that's two, now Python that's a three. Una pori meri Nandi win the war. Python that's one, Python that's two, now Python that's a three. Una pori meri Nandi win the war. Python that's one, Python that's two, now Python that's a three. Una pori meri Nandi win the war. Python that's one, Python that's two, now Python that's a three. Una pori meri Nandi win the war. Python that's one, Python that's two, now Python that's a three. Una pori meri Nandi.
And there you are, the words from the East. Nnamdi Tiwene War, Python Dance. Nnamdi Tiwene War, Python Dance. So Nnamdi Tiwene War, as guys, I bring you this. DSS arrest General Idris Bello, Dambazau. So there it is. They are moving against their own. But why is the question? So let's get into it just as soon as yes. So let's get into it. The Department of State Security DSS on Sunday took into custody General Idris Bello Dambazau, Chairman, Kano State Consumer Protection Council, for alleged economic sabotage. A source close to the development, who did not want his name in print due to the sensitivity of the case, said the retired general was arrested for unilaterally shutting down 7 filling stations in total violation of due process. The source explains that General Idris Dambazau's action was outside of the mandate of his agency, adding that concerted efforts to make him see reason fell on deaf ears. So there you are. Now, he said General Dambazau's action was illegal. Well, General Dambazau's action was illegal and a distant pole from the powers conferred on Consumer Protection Council. The impeccable source at the Secret Police said General Dambazau's action was an attempt to create scarcity in Kano where there was none, and we view this singular act as an economic sabotage. The DSS source further revealed that Section 48 of the Nigerian Constitution clearly abhors any government ministry, department, or agency exercising power or function or taking any action which may have direct impact on mainstream or downstream petroleum operation shall consult the authority. The source said General Dambazau failed to comply to the section prior to issuing any regulation, guidelines, enforcement order, or directive. The DSS said, even after consulting with relevant authority, the authority shall review the recommendations of the government ministry, department, or agency and communicate decisions accordingly. So there you are. The drunkenness of these people now is spilling over into their own. So this is a guy essentially manning a satellite agency within the Kano space, but so peacocked is he by his stripes as a military man that he just acts unilaterally to shut down our filling stations, almost certainly just in a power show to the detriment of both the owners of that of those rather filling stations and more to the impact that it has on that community. So power show, brazenness, impunity, but alas, he must have moved against somebody that is more powerful than him, and thus the person has ordered his arrest. So infighting amongst their bookies. So in fighting amongst their bookies to love in the Church of God, RCCG Parish launches online dating site. So there it is, Tinder at the Redeemed. The Redeemed Christian Church of God, RCCG, City of David Parish, has launched an online dating platform for Christian singles. Idowu Iluyomide, pastor of the parish, disclosed this on Thursday whilst speaking at a forum in Lagos. Iluyomide said the platform will enable singles to interact and find their life partners. Redeemers Connect is exclusively for Christian singles, widows, widowers, and unmarried seniors in the RCCG global family with serious intent to get married within a year or two upon enlisting as a member. The website stated, our Connect to Court matchmaking algorithm has been carefully designed to take your preferences into account. We encourage honest and genuine responses so that we can match your preferences in the most accurate manner. We are committed to keeping your profile safe and ensuring that members registered on the site are genuine and active within the church community. Before posting personal information, prospective members must first read the platform's terms and conditions. A disclaimer was also put on the site stating that every registrant must conduct his or her own independent background check before connecting with another registrant on this platform. The Redeemed Christian Church of God, City of David Parish, makes no representations or warranties and expressly disclaim any or all liability concerning any damages sustained by any registrant as a result of connecting with anyone on this platform, the parish further adds. So, Tinder at the Redeemed Church of God, that is exactly where we are now. Any and every route to your money, these people are taking. But it looks as though there may well be clap back from headquarters. Pastor Adeboye reacts to new RCCG dating app for singles. So now let's now see now what the message is from the top. Son of, okay, it doesn't look as though it's the man himself. So son of RCCG General Overseer Pastor E.A. Adeboye, Leke Adeboye, has condemned a branch of the church that launched an online dating site. Correspondents earlier reported that Redeemed Christian Church of God, the City of David Parish, opened an online dating platform for matured single in the church. A senior pastor overseeing the parish, Idowu Ilu Yomide, disclosed in a forum that the platform would be launched. Pastor Iluyomide, while speaking at the forum, called on single to interact and create an atmosphere that would allow them to make decisions for life partners. He, however, said people who connect have to do their due diligence. When a single lady or young man registers on the site, the information would still have to be processed before approval. Reacting to the development, Leke took to Instagram to share photos of couples who met the old fashioned way. According to the pastor, Christians don't need dating apps as the use of prayer and the Holy Spirit is sufficient for brothers and sisters searching for each other, Leke wrote. Seeds connecting with seeds. We don't need a dating app. We are old fashioned. We use prayer and the Holy Spirit to find each other. So, correspondence revealed that David has now edited his caption, removing the controversial part. So there you are. That is RCCG now wanting to use the bulk of their mass to go after the Tinder space. So swipe right for RCCG. This is the new and normal. Swipe right for RCCG. Ndigbo will kneel prostrate, beg for 2023 presidency. Ezeife, person speaking, former governor of Anambra State, Chukwuemeka Ezeife, says the quest to have an Igbo president in 2023 has become such a serious matter that the Southeast was ready to kneel down, even prostrate, and beg in order to get the opportunity to become Nigeria's president come 2023. Ezeife, who was a guest at the United for Better Nigeria Initiative National Convention in Abuja on Saturday, said there was no better time for Ndigbo to produce a president in Nigeria, and as such, they were prepared to do anything to achieve their aim, even if they have to go the unorthodox way. The elder statesman, however, noted that one of the ways to put an Igbo man in power come 2023 was for the region to swallow its pride and start begging every other region for the presidential seat. This is what he said. So I found Hausa, Yoruba, Igbo, and other groups in this place talking about the need for federal character. If you do it that way, there will be unity. If there is fairness, equity, justice, you will have unity and progress. In the absence of those, you see where we are now. It is not a matter of give us president. We don't give. You have to work for it. The Igbos do not hold on. I think this may well be. All right. So this may well be a counter argument to that. So let me just take it from where I stopped. In the absence of those, you see where we are now. It is not a matter of give us the president. We don't give. you have to work for it. The Igbos don't prostrate. The Igbo man does not kneel down, but this time, okay, so still the man speaking, the, pardon me, the Igbo man does not kneel down, but this time we are prepared to kneel down to every part of Nigeria, every ethnic group in Nigeria. We are prepared to even prostrate because we believe in this country. We are prepared to prostrate and beg for the president in 2023, he reiterated. So there you are, an Igbo man on his knees. This is quite a turn up for the books, isn't it? After all of the preening and peacocking that we often get from those quarters. Now on their knees. 2023, why Igbos may never produce president of Nigeria. Bishop Azubuike speaking. The presiding bishop, House of God International Church, Atam Azubuike, has claimed the Igbos will always play second fiddle and may never produce the president of Nigeria, even when they have all it takes to lead the country in 2023. The cleric said this at an event for young clergy in Owerri. He insisted that the average Igbo man is a trader and not a politician, as they do not have the skills to mobilize people at the grassroots. He said, one thing about an Igbo man is that an average Igbo person is a trader, only interested in making profits. We are not interested in working. We are not interested in the grassroots. Once it is a few months to elections, Igbo politicians will start visiting churches in remote villages. That is the sense of a trader, not a politician. Let me be very frank with all on why Igbos may never produce a president but play second fiddle by asking who is coming out in Igbo land. You'll tell me it is Rocha Sokorocha, Anyim Pius Anyim, Sam Ohuabunwa, among others. But since Pius became the Senate president, how many times have you seen him or others in Imo State? The presidency is not a local government election, he said. Today, people are talking about the 2023 presidency, and I ask those Igbo politicians claiming to be interested in the race what they have been doing to galvanize the grassroots. He further queried, why is it that an Igbo man is only interested in meeting people only when it is a few months to an election? It is arrant nonsense. If the program organized by Mezi Imo Clergy Forum today was held in Yoruba land or the north, this place will be filled with great personalities, but here the reverse is the case. A good politician works before he shows his ambition. A good politician works before galvanizing for election. That is why I said an Igbo man is a trader, not a politician. As a presidential aspirant, you need to move around, increase your horizon, and coordinate other zones even before now. So that is it. The Igbos themselves, they speak it in words that we, some of us, cannot even find. So that essentially has been the session. Let me just recap on what we've discussed before I shut it down. So in the north, General Dambazau has been arrested. So he, by the way, was a former chief of staff, so a senior person who has now, at least amongst their own kind, a senior person amongst their own kind who has now found himself the chairman of Kano State Consumer Protection Council. So he couldn't even get a federal slot, but he's still preening and peacocking and thinking of days of yo, throwing his weight around, and he has now been picked up. So that is that space. bear with me. I think there's one more story that I had lined up that would bring you that could bring you before I shut it down. Okay. Let me see if I'm going to bring you that one. Let's see. All right. So let me go to this one. So we spoke about that, and then we spoke about the RCCG now setting up essentially something to rival Tinder. So dating in the RCCG space, and then Ndigbo will kneel prostrate, beg for 2023 presidency. It's not me saying this, it's the former Anambra State governor saying this. So a real turn up for the books. This is outside of the preening and peacocking that we get from Igbo land. So now they are ready to go on their knees. So, but is that even sufficient? Is the question. But according to a clergyman in Owerri, that might not even be sufficient. They don't just have the mix that makes for somebody that will go for the presidency. This is what we're hearing from this bishop, whatever his name is, Ezub, Azubuike. So he is saying Igbos may never produce Nigeria's president because they are essentially traders and not politicians. So this is what he is saying. But then what is the mighty Ajanle Koko saying? Ajanle Koko, we see you. I was just holding back a bit before I shut it down. But there you are. So there is Ajanle Koko. Good to see you. So to the talking points, the Igbos they are speaking. Have you ever heard of such a thing? An Igbo man saying he's ready to go on his knees to beg for the presidency.
Well, actually, it sounds funny, but in practicality, politicians always beg people for vote, isn't it?
They do, but it's just the aloofness that we always get from the East, that they're too proud, they're too self-assured, they are the alpha males, they never beg for anything. All of this chest beating that we get all the time from the East. So now when we get to the heart of the matter, they take a knee. So the Igbos take a knee. I never thought I would see the day.
Well, I think what man is trying to say is that they have to, dialogue. They have to use the power of persuasion. They have to lobby other part of Nigeria to get it, and that is the way it is done. It's like begging for support. There's nobody that wants to be president of Nigeria that will not beg. The people from his own region, he has to beg for their support, and other region as well. If you want to look at Tinubu, is he not begging? Why is he not? Why is he not issuing a statement in response to the attack on Ngogo? Because he's desperate to be president. Why did he not celebrate his birthday in Lagos, but in Kano? Yes. He went to beg. So, politician, there's no way you want to be president of Nigeria that you will not beg. You have to go and beg the power that be across that country before they will, give you the go ahead. So
I think it's too late for this round, but maybe they will learn the lesson and build it up for the next round. Because like you said, you have to. You have to hold your nose and shake hands with that person that you find a bit smelly. That is politics. It's not, you cannot be arrogant and say, it's not about your arrogance. Nobody cares about you. Everybody has their own arrogance, so that's essentially what he's saying. But what a bishop, I've never come across his name, but a senior bishop within the East, what he is saying is that even that they don't have within them in their makeup. What he is insisting is that the average Igbo person is a trader and not a politician. He just wants to negotiate the profit and not spend too much time, schmoozing with people and trying to romance people. So he just wants a quick deal. And he says is the fundamental flaw that makes the Igbo person not a politician. He says this clergyman, Azubuike, that they will forever be second fiddle within the Nigerian space.
I don't believe what that man is saying. I don't believe in what he's saying. You see,
you know better than an Igbo man.
Does he know what the future holds for Igbo? He doesn't know it. So why can he just conclude like that? Igbo will be second fiddle forever. That's not a. I don't buy that statement. So, if not for the agitation for Biafra by IPOB and other agitators at their space that are causing a kind of political problem there. I believe Igbo will have came out with a very strong candidate for that position. But, I disagree with that man, because if we go back to history, Ekweme was vice president of Nigeria.
Yeah, but second fiddle, as he said, second fiddle.
Yeah, you have to work up. You have to work from the back to the top on the president to the presidency. So they participated well.
But they are working from the back backwards. They are working from the back backwards. Once upon a time, they had that second fiddle position, but they had that was all they had. But they had that. But now they don't even have any fiddle at all. There's no fiddle. Who is the fiddle in the Igbo space? There's nobody now that of any importance in governance that is of Igbo. Nobody.
Well, we cannot conclude that because they don't have
interpersonal skills, is what he's saying. They don't have interpersonal skills.
I disagree with that man. I don't want to. We cannot conclude that yes, Igbo will be second fiddle forever because they don't have a strong hold in Buhari's government. Buhari's government is a government that is anti-people all over that federation. He is promoting how do I say it? He is promoting his Fulanization agenda, putting his Fulanese people in all the strategic position. So everybody in that country, when it comes to prominent political position, are marginalized, except the Fulanese. Yorubas are marginalized too, somehow. If we want to consider the level of support that we gave him to grabbing that position, he has taken a lot of Yoruba out of some strategic position. So Buhari's marginalization of every other ethnic group except his own ethnic group should not be seen as if we cannot get it forever. And what is making Yoruba having that edge over Igbo in the pursuit for presidency is because we are in the second position. We have Yoruba as the vice, and the trouble in the east is what is making it look like it's going to be very difficult for Igbos.
Are you reluctant to say that is perhaps because we may be slightly more clever. Is that what you're reluctant to say?
That we may be slightly more clever. How?
Yeah.
I don't understand.
Well, in terms of us being able to propel politics in a manner that they cannot, is that not a function of our thinking? Oh, okay. Let me not take you
No,
to that space because
I don't really get what you are trying to say there.
all right. I'm not even sure that I get what I'm trying to say. But let me take you to a completely different space and a very bizarre space as well. Very strange going on. So they are
So
now
before
trying to
let me
yeah,
conclude. Look, if
yeah.
it had been that there is no problem in the East, I want to guarantee one man, you will see Igbo people pushing a very strong position towards the presidency. You will see, you will
You
have
know, I
seen
have
them
never
putting a
seen,
very
I've never seen ever an Igbo person push politics, play politics in the way that politics can be played. You know, I've never seen it, because, of course, the politics in the East belongs to them. So no Yoruba man is going to be the governor of Imo State or Hausa man. So they can do whatever it is that they do there, and Igbo man will come out ruling their own space. But on the national stage, I've never seen an Igbo person that looked as like a real possibility or played politics in a real manner. You know, you may say Zeke, but then Zeke was not even the sort of politician that Awo was. We had Abiola, we had Obasanjo, we have Tinubu now. We don't at that space outside of Igbo land. I don't see. I've never seen an Igbo politician that has ever really been in politics ever.
no, look, if we want to go back to history, the First Republic, they played a very prominent role. They played a very prominent role. Azikwe was Azikwe was
It's always Azikwe, isn't
the,
it? But who
the Second Republic, they played a prominent role. They were number
which
two.
role? Who?
They
Why
were,
do I number two? Number two is number two now.
yeah,
When have they ever been at the
hold on.
forefront of politics with a real
Yeah,
prospect, a real
okay,
champion in the Nigerian space ever?
okay. No, wait,
Let's
let
leave
us look at
Azikwe
it.
out of it. When
Yeah.
has there ever been an Igbo person that looked possible? Awolowo, Obasanjo, Tinubu, all of these names, Shonekon, Fayemi, Fashola. Where have there ever been, outside of Igbo politics, when have there ever been an Igbo politician that straddled the national space? There's never been, ever.
Well, I don't want to agree with you in totality. Look, like I told you, in the First Republic, they played a prominent role in that dispensation. They govern in alliance with Tafawa Balewa. So Yoruba were the second fiddle. It was a joint governance between Igbo and Fulani. So we were at the backstage. The same thing happened in the Second Republic. We were at the backstage. So it was the Third Republic, the abrupted Third Republic.
In the Second Republic, Awolowo was vying for the presidency and he lost.
Oh yeah, Azikwe was vying for the presidency too. And both of them lost. Awolowo and Azikwe lost. And Azikwe went to join team with Shagari to form government. So they played Yoruba out. So the Third Republic, the abrupted one, that was one brought what is the name of this
Abiola.
Abiola. I mean, during that dispensation, before it was abrupted by Babangida, we saw what is the name of this billionaire from the East, this
What is? Oh, I know who you are talking about, but I can't
Yes,
recall the name.
That guy that formed ABN, Ato Ezeife.
Ezeife, yes.
Yeah, he was one of the shakers too.
But no,
So,
he was a player. Hold on, Ajale Koko. I think you understand what I'm saying, but I think you are trying to be nice.
Yes, he was a player, but he was a disruptor.
But he was never in the game.
A disruptor. Yeah.
Well, there you are.
Yeah. So Abiola's how do I say it? Babangida's abruption of that dispensation gave Yoruba that power, that strong force to come out against the power that be that stop Abiola from getting that presidency. And that was what the agitation for Yoruba land and the problem and the push against injustice by Nadeko now gave that position to Abiola. To Obasanjo. So Obasanjo was able to ride on the Fourth Republic for 8 years. And after 8 years, the power went back to the north. And Jonathan, he came back to the east. If you have been an Igbo man that was the vice president to Jonathan, Igbo would have been the president of Nigeria after the death of Yar'Adua. But because he was not an Igbo man, that was what put Igbo in a position of where they are now, making us look at them as if they are not playing a prominent role. They play a prominent role. Being in the party that governed that country for 16 years. They were part of the party. If you had been an Igbo man that was selected as a vice president to Yar'Adua, Igbo would have been the president that Jonathan, the position that Jonathan had. So we cannot don't let us look at it that, because they have not got the position of president, that means that they have not. No, they have, been part of the party that ruled. This part of the party that
in 1979, Ajale Koko, in 1979, it was NPN versus UPN. So that's our taking on the North. And then in 1983, it was NPN versus UPN. So our again taking on the North. So our versus Shagari then. So that's our twice now. In 1983, it was NPN versus UPN, so still the Yorubas versus the North for the presidency. In 1992, it was SDP versus NRC. So this time Abiola taking on the North. And then in 1988 to 99, it was essentially Obasanjo taking on the North. So there you are. There's never, because I've got the chart on my screen now. There's never really been an Igbo player pretty much set aside Ezeife since independence till date that has ever straddled the national space. And this is what this bishop is saying, that they are traders, not politicians. Hello? I think I've knocked Ajale Koko out with logic. So, Vin, to you.
Yeah, I hear one man. Good afternoon, bro.
Good afternoon. You say I've destroyed Ajale Koko with logic.
Well, traditionally they are trader, but that does not mean that
Kabiyesi is around.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can now.
Can you hear me now?
So the facts don't back up your assertion.
No. That man is not right. That man is not. No. I disagree with him completely. Look,
all right.
The position of presidency in Nigeria require you to beg, to prostrate, to do everything according to Ezeife. But I told you earlier that the Igbos were close to the presidency during the Second Republic because they were at the vice president. If that dispensation, if Buhari did not come to sack that dispensation, maybe after Shagari Igbo would have been there. Because
why didn't they come
they
in?
were at the corridor of power. They were in the power. Yoruba was the second fiddle. Yoruba was the second fiddle. They were in the power with Shagari. They were the one governing the federal government. Yoruba was the second fiddle then.
But they never threatened.
It was this Obasanjo, this thing. Obasanjo that was brought by the military.
But that second fiddle now, this is what the Igbo man himself is saying, that their second fiddle, they have never threatened the first seat, is what I'm saying. But the Yorubas, they always threaten and often capture the first seat.
Oh, okay. If he's saying it like that, yes, I will agree. I will agree with him that threatening the seat, yes, that could be right. But what I'm telling you is that Igbos have always been part of the ruling party from the First Republic. The First Republic, they governed together. Yoruba was second fiddle. Second Republic, they governed together. They were in the center. Yoruba was the second fiddle. The Third Republic that was aborted, that one did not even happen. Obasanjo, Obiola, that was the annulist resort, was the one that really brought Yoruba out, fighting against injustice via Nadeco, and, shook the country to the ground that the military feel, well, let us give it to Yoruba. And they went and brought Obasanjo. And that was what brought, it was a situation of circumstances. It was by circumstances that Yoruba became the president of that nation. By the
you mean for Obasanjo?
For Obasanjo?
No, it's not circumstances, though. It's not circumstances. It's as a result. No. It's as a result of the political groundwork and groundswell that they created. That because Abiola won an election and he was cheated and killed, so then it was then impossible to move from that. Yes, but let me tell you. So the Yorubas worked for it, they politics for it.
Yeah, but let me tell you, that election that Obasanjo won, Abiola won, it was the whole federation, including Igbo, that voted for Obasanjo. For Abiola, that worked for him, that worked for him. You understand what I'm saying?
Where was the Igbo man's ticket in that election? Where was the Igbo man's ticket?
No, when you are talking of the primary, are you talking of the primary? There was two parties.
No, I'm talking about the presidency. I'm talking about the election to elect a president. Abiola took on too far, but where was the Igbo man?
No, it was two parties we had. So Igbo man cannot contest.
So there were two parties. So why did they not take one?
No, they participated in the primary with Abiola, in the same party with Abiola, and they lost out, and they all agreed to support Abiola.
So that's what the bishop is saying. But they are traders, not politicians.
No, that man is wrong. You cannot say because...
But history backs it up. Which you've just recounted to us.
No, by coloring it like that they can never be. It is wrong. It doesn't know the future.
Because he is saying he doesn't identify in the makeup of these people that they have what it takes. They don't know
wrong. That man is wrong completely.
He's an Igbo man.
Not a politician. He's a religious man. He cannot trick rat like a politician. Hey, it doesn't matter. He's a religious man. To go and face his religious business. He doesn't know how politics works.
Right.
He's talking jargons. He doesn't know how politics works. Politics is give and take. The Igbo man lost in the primary. He decided to support Yoruba man. Okay, I will support you to power. Tomorrow, Yoruba man, Igbo man will say, you know, I supported you yesterday.
Where was the Igbo man when? Where was the Igbo man? Okay, let's go back again. Where was the Igbo man when Awolowo was taking on Shagari?
I told you that Ezeife was there.
Ezeife was not anywhere now.
Ezeife was the leader of MPP, Nigerian People's Party. He decided to go and join Shagari to form government. You understand what I'm saying? They formed government together, and kick Awolowo had to be a opposition leader. So it is give and take. So the game that Ezeife play, as treacherous as it was, but it's a game that can open. But as treacherous as it was, it's a game that can open. That can give them.
Adanle Koko, you know we like facts. Let me throw some data at you, Adanle Koko, and then then you see that second fiddle now as it comes in. So this is the 11th of August 1979. Shehu Shagari NPN 5,668,000. He got 33% of the vote. Obafemi Awolowo UPN 4,916,000. He got 29% of the vote. So Nnamdi Azikiwe 2,800,000. He got 16%. So the Igbos now bigger in population, they would say, or the data indicate, than the Yorubas. But Awolowo still commands twice the vote. So that was 1979. So let's go from 1979 to 1983. The same set of actors. So this is now the 6th of August 1983. Shehu Shagari again, MPN. This time they've given him 12,081,000. So he got the victory, they claimed. Obafemi Awolowo UPN, 8 million approximately. He came second, they claimed. Nnamdi Azikiwe again, 3.5 million. So this now, the narrative of second fiddle, it cascades all the way through. 1992, Social Democratic Party SDP, 7 million, and NRC, I think that one was abandoned. So this one now, June 12, 1993, Moshood Abiola, he won 8.3 million to Tofa's 5.9. So where is this? Where are these people in all of these narratives? So we come back to let's go 1999. PDP, of course, Abiola, he took the victory 56%, and then he repeats that. Obasanjo, he repeats that again in 2003. He takes the victory again, 61%. So there you are, Obafemi Awolowo, Obasanjo. These are the people taking them on. Tinubu now, but where is the second fiddle? That is what the data says, and that is what the bishop acknowledges.
Well,
data, science.
Let me tell you, it doesn't mean the way it looks does not mean that they play second fiddle. If you don't win election, does not mean that you play second fiddle. Hold on.
I think we've lost. I've knocked Ajale Koko out again with logic. Hello. You see? Hello, we can hear you now. Are you there?
Yeah. Let me interject before he comes.
Ajale Koko, go ahead. Go ahead. We can hear you.
No, we can't hear him. Don't lie to him.
Oh, okay. Can I say something? One more.
Yeah, come in. Come in, UK.
Yeah. Good morning, everyone.
Can you hear
everyone. I'm just.
Yes, UK is interjecting. Come in, UK.
Okay.
No, I just wanted to say hello to everyone now because. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, hello. UK. I'm holding Ajale Koko by the neck at the moment. UK,
okay,
but it's Ezeife wants to rescue him. Ezeife, you want to rescue him?
You have not knocked him out with facts. You're just creating for propaganda and.
What do you mean propaganda? I'm not the one talking. It's the cleric, the bishop talking from Owerri. Well,
no, we know you. It's people that don't know you that will be.
Are you going against the words of a man of God? Do you want me to?
Which cleric is that? Is Ezeife?
Bishop Azubuike, that is his name. He's telling us. He says the Igbos are traders, not politicians.
Let me tell you.
Yes. And the data back him up.
No, you are reading the data wrongly. Look, the bishop does not understand politics. It doesn't understand how politics work. Politics is give and take. You have it today, and tomorrow you will give it to me. That is the way it works in politics.
Yeah, but the East has always given. They've never taken. They've never taken.
When you shift grant to somebody today to have it, it doesn't mean that you are playing a second fiddle in politics. In politics, you outsider that are not in politics can read it like that, but the fact that they agreed to work together brought them together in power. So they are playing it jointly. So
but they've never been the decision maker in Nigeria. They've never been the how is that they have never been the decision maker?
I have just told you, in First Republic, it was Igbo and Fulani that governed. They were both in power. They were making
but even then they were second fiddle. They were second fiddles even then to the Fulanis, as the bishop said.
No, they are not second fiddle. It was a joint. It was a joint party. They were jointly governing the trade. It was Yoruba that was second fiddle. This was Yoruba that was in opposition. They governed. Igbo and Fulani, Tafawa Balewa, and this thing. They were both in power. Yoruba was behind. They kick us out. The same thing they did in Second Republic. They jointly governed.
How did they kick Yoruba out? Now you don't create a narrative that is not true.
What are you saying? When Yoruba are the opposition, what do you mean? You don't know the meaning of opposition party. You don't know that opposition doesn't have no stake in government.
So Tafawa Balewa and which Igbo man was in the same party?
And Tafawa Balewa and Ezeife now. You don't know that they formed government together.
And there was no.
You don't know that it's NCNC led by what they call Nnamdi Ezeife and Tafawa Balewa that formed the government, and all Igbos were in NCNC. You don't know that.
So it's just like if we use that logic now, we will say that the Yorubas have kicked Igbo out of power because they've all been because of. Tinubu and
no, that is Buhari. Don't let us play politics. That is the practicality. That is what actually happened.
That is exactly what is also happening now. If you're to go with that logic,
Awolowo AG was only in Yoruba state, isn't it? Action Group. Right? So Action Group led by Awolowo was only had control in Yoruba land, isn't it? So how does that imply to you? And they were not in the party, they were not in government. So Yoruba was playing second fiddle. Igbo NCNC controlled by Igbo and Northern Party formed the government. They governed together. Yoruba was second fiddle because we are in opposition. So that was what happened. We were not in government. We were just shouting and we are opposing everything they were doing. But they governed the space. They were controlling the federal government. So the same thing happened in Second Republic during the Shagari time. Ekweme was the vice president, and Azikwe joined hand with MPN. Azikwe leading the party that was controlling the East, MPP that was controlling the East. He joined hand with MPN to govern the federal government. They were passing. So it's a joint governance of the pace by the Igbo party and the Northern
party. How can you say, wait now, Vine, wait, please. How can you say it's a joint government and there is no an Igbo man? That's what I think. I agree a little bit with what one man is saying. Probably maybe you should call
the
them
data. The data speaks. So I don't even know how we can even debate it. Sorry, let me just give you this. 1979, it was Shehu Shagari versus Awolowo. Nnamdi Azikiwe was not in play. 1983, it was Shehu Shagari again versus Awolowo. Nnamdi Azikiwe was not in play. In 1999, it was the June 12th, it was Abiola versus Tofa. The East was not in play. In 1999, it was Obasanjo versus whoever, Buhari himself, I think. The East were not in play. You know. So and then in later on, it was Goodluck Jonathan versus Buhari. The East were not in play.
Thank you.
This is what the bishop is saying. The East have never been in play in politics because he's saying essentially that they are traders, not politicians.
One man. Wait. Wait now.
I mean, that's the data now. The data says they are second fiddle.
What you're saying is correct, aside from the part that you're trying to make it look like the East decided not to be in play. And it's simple. Even a blind man will know that definitely there was no combined.
Igbo does not play second fiddle. How can you say you play second fiddle when you are participating in government? What kind of second fiddle do you play?
Those are not my words. Those are not my words.
You can't say you play second fiddle when you are in the government and you jointly your party is in power. How can you say you play second fiddle?
Okay, no. Adane Koko and Nsibide, permit me just 1 second. The presiding bishop, House of God International Church, Atan Azubuike. So that's typical. Well, it's the presiding judge, the presiding bishop. The presiding bishop, House of God International Church, Atan Azubuike, has claimed that the Igbos will always play second fiddle and may never produce the president of Nigeria, even when they have all it takes to lead the country in 2023. So he's not saying they don't have what it takes. He's saying they will always be second fiddle. And he's saying that because he's saying they are essentially traders and not politicians. They don't have the soft skills that are interpersonal skills that politics need.
Stop saying what the bishop did not say now. I know you're trying to make it to sensationalize your
No, why do you keep saying that? This is what he said now.
He's reading what the bishop said, and you are saying that. Why are you defending? Why do you want to defend the bishop on what the senseless statement?
No. Just give me 1 second, and then I'll shut up. This is the bishop. Give me. You just talk, but let me just give you one, and then you can talk. So this is the bishop again from a different paragraph. He says he insisted that the average Igbo man is a trader, not a politician, as they do not have the skills to mobilize people at the grassroots. So those are his words. They don't have the soft interpersonal skills that is required for politics. That is what he said. So Ezeife.
One man, where did the bishop talk about being traders and not having the car? You've just said it right now.
Look, I've posted the article now. Read it now. Did I not just read it?
All right. Let me know. Okay, I'm not going there. Who is that again?
It's X0 who cannot bear it anymore.
Can I come in there, one man?
Wait, I've not said anything.
You know you are in your element. You know you are in your element.
I know, but I'm only quoting from the Bishop do X0.
You were always
What can I do now? When I'm quoting from the bishop and
he is repeating what the bishop said. It's not his words.
Thank you, Gary.
They're good at bringing me.
We understand. For some of us here, we know you, but other people, they don't know you. You're just trying to sensationalize the whole thing.
What am I? Look, the article is in the comment section.
He said he posted the article and you are saying it. What are you saying?
Do you want me to reread it?
You're just trying to draw
I told you, that is why I've been fighting with one man, that this man is a religious man. He doesn't know how politics works.
His words.
He's just making a statement, a statement that doesn't make sense.
That they are trainers, not politicians. They don't have soft skills. That's what it's saying.
So how can I say what I want to say, Vin?
Okay, go on, Ezeife. Go on.
Yeah. I'm not okay. Let's leave alone. Let's forget about this one man's sensationalization and propaganda. But what
it is not sensationalization. He's reading it, and you are saying, "What do you mean? What is propaganda?" And he said he posted it, and you continue to say it's carrying out propaganda.
Don't take my opinion away. That's how I see it. It's sensationalization. How can you tell me what to think? So now,
really?
I think one man, what you succeeded in doing is bringing somebody's opinion as a subject, as a topic. That man's opinion, who is the man in the politics of Nigeria today?
Is a leading figure within the East. Who is speaking? Is a leading figure within the East who is speaking to the inner core of his people. He's speaking to his own people.
Look at the East thoroughly.
A bishop of the international church. A bishop of the. You know how they revere religion in the East.
Who made the bishop a leading figure
of the international? Now you want to disparage the man.
Your strategy is working. People are coming.
You want me to go and bring the opinion of one Yalo, the opinion of Yoruba people.
There is something we
you shouldn't attack one man. You should attack the bishop, not one man. You should attack what of Ezeife that said you have to go and beg, you have to go and prostrate.
What about Ezeife that says you have to kneel down? What about that?
It is not one man. It is what the statement from your people that are making a senseless statement.
It's a statement from a nobody.
Look at that.
Nobody.
Look at that.
You too, one man, you also disparage the likes of Mayegun because they say their opinions are different from yours.
No, I don't disparage Mayegun. When have I ever disparaged Mayegun? I said it's a different. Huh?
You said it's one person that is not complete or something like that.
No. I didn't say that, and I don't think that. I think he does it. I don't really go to his platform, not because of anything, because I don't want to be influenced by, I want to have my own pure thoughts towards it. But I don't disparage what he does. I mean,
I've also noticed that you don't put your program at the same time when he does this, so that the
No. I slot myself to fit my lifestyle. That's just it. Like I said, it's nothing to do with.
But it's okay. Two of you are crowd pullers. I enjoy the program because every way we cannot.
Because I speak the truth.
No.
One man.
I'm a truth speaker. Maybe I should change my name to truth speaker.
One man, let's move forward.
Yes, thank you, Jerry.
Exactly, one man. You shouldn't have brought that topic here.
Why now?
More important. The man is a nobody.
All right.
But X0, you see, one man does that to bring the way you have come in. That was his target. He wanted you to come in. He wanted UK to come in. He wanted me to come in.
And that's exactly what's happening to the Igbo people. If you don't enter the space, they will be doing this to you.
Is it because I just say now that's why you came in, that's why me came in, that's why Zero, that's why UK came in.
No, man, no. You see, what is happening? You see,
I just came in to interact with the session.
Yeah,
I'm actually afraid of one man when I'm not around.
One man. I just wanted to chip in something here.
Yeah, go on.
If you will permit me.
Yeah, go on.
You see, when you look at this second fiddle issue, I agree. I totally agree with the man.
There you are. Yes.
Okay. I totally agree with the man. It's something that has been happening for quite some time. When you look at the reason why this second fiddle is not noticed during Tafawa Balewa's regime time was because all the regions were on their own. They were, whether you lose, you win election or you lost, it doesn't matter that time because of the regionality practiced at that time. But when these people came in now, things begin to change. The political atmosphere of Nigeria changed. Everything changed. The constitution begin to change. Then people begin to, aspire to be there because it looks, now it is proven that he who has the political power has everything, controls everything in Nigeria. If it were like the time of Tafawa Balewa and when Ezeife was the ceremonial president, the prime minister controls everything, then it could have been better because everybody was on the region. And you don't feel it. You go home, you go to your region and develop your region. You put up all the things that you have there, harness them, then take care of your region. Whether you win election that time or not, nobody bothers. But when political power in Nigeria begin to change, the power now, once you become a president, you control the resources, then people begin to, fight. In a way,
Vin, so you see why the man is suggesting that they are second fiddle. But do you agree with why he's saying that they are second fiddle? He's saying they don't have it fundamentally, innately within them to play politics, that they're essentially traders. And when he says trader, it doesn't mean your spare parts guy, but they are negotiation sort of people. And he's essentially saying that they don't have the requisite soft skills that you need to play politics. He says they start their politics a few months to the build up to an eventful space, whereas everybody is politicking all the way through. So starting your politics in just the immediate build up to an event is essentially a trader mindset. And that essentially fundamentally is what the pastor is, the bishop is saying as the reasons why the Igbos are second fiddle.
Yeah, one man, you see, what I would say from what the man said is this. If everything was fine in Nigeria, the regional setup, then everybody controls what they have in their region, you won't see people bickering for, the presidency. The presidency will be less attractive to people. They will concentrate on the regions to develop. Now, in this case now, after the war, let me tell you why it is so impossible for an Igbo man to become the president of Nigeria. You see, after the civil war, Nigeria, Igbos are still fighting civil war till today. They are still fighting the civil war till today. And nobody has ever trusted an Igbo man to be the president because of the fear of, maybe they can't use the presidential power to, turn things around. You see, because the president of Nigeria has power to do anything, to do and undo in Nigeria. If you ask Obasanjo will tell you, when they journalists asked Obasanjo, I think during 1999, throughout his time, he said, they asked him, why do you have so much power? He said, I am not the one. It is the constitution that gave me the power. When you look, that's what the president of Nigeria, whosoever that becomes the president of Nigeria, wields a very strong political power to do so many things. Just once you have the support of the National Assembly. You understand? Well, that is exactly what this man has right now. Because if he doesn't have that support, there,
so where are you taking us to? We're talking about the Igbos.
So the reason why the Igbos, I'm coming. Let me land. The reason why the Igbos cannot, if you look at the political nature of the Igbo man, how the Igbo man plays his politics. If you look at Alex Ekwem, I think there was a time when Alex Ekwem stood against Obasanjo, right, at Jos Convention.
Roundly defeated.
Yeah. So many Igbo people that are now parading themselves voted against him.
There you are.
Some people like Orji Zokalu, this Orji Zokalu you are talking about now, they voted against Alex Ekweme. And today you want to be the president of Nigeria. Are you mad?
Oh, all right. Thank you, Vin. So thank you. For reasons of time, let me get back to Ajanle Koko. And just a short commentary on this one. So it looks as though then at the ADEBOYE'S, the RCCG, the Redeemed Church, they are now looking to take on Tinder in the online dating apps space. So what are you then making then of this Love in Tokyo Redeem style? What are you making of Redeem setting up a dating application? Is that biblical?
I thought you, in that report, you said that the Adeboye or the church oppose what that branch is trying to do, right?
Well, it's still under their banner, so...
Yeah, he cannot do anything in contrary to the what the headquarters want. The headquarters said that he cannot do it. There's no way he can do it.
Should that not be a space that they should be able to explore? Because, of course, we know there are a lot of Christian singles, you know, so if there are a lot of Christian singles, then why should they not then create a safe space for them to meet like-minded people? Is this not a good idea? Christian Tinder.
No, it's not a good idea. It's going to be they might infiltrate that space. Some criminal could infiltrate it and use that platform to scam people and commit some kind of atrocity, internet atrocity, and all the rest. So you're looking for husband and wife. Look for it within your job space or the church where you physically present every Sunday or somewhere else. But going online to look for somebody that you don't know, you could be scammed. They can turn it into something else that will bring a ridiculous image to the church. So the church should not promote it. So
you know, that is where those Yahoo boys are most active on this online dating something.
Yes, online.
This
so
you know, send me money scams.
Yeah, particularly with the way Nigerian operates online with their internet scam and all the rest. So online scam. I don't encourage it. Church should not dabble into that nonsense that can bring can ridicule.
But should the church not guide singles to marriage?
Yes, they can guide them. They can, you know, the church, the pastor can, you know, sometimes organize program in the church and speak to singles. Organize. There's a way you can organize the singles in your church and create an opportunity for them to meet, to know each other, and that can encourage, you know, relationship between them than going online. I don't support online nonsense. We have seen a lot of situations
So I
happen
take
to
it
a
you are
lot
not
of
on
people.
Tinder then. You are not on Tinder, Janle Coco. Is that what you're saying?
A lot of situations
you
are
are not
happening.
swiping right. You are not swiping right.
Ajale Coco is old school.
No, Ajale Coco is. You were surprised. Ajale Coco is a suspect. You know, don't let him go so. Don't let him go so easily. Ajale Coco is a suspect.
So let the pastors in each of their parish organize, singles a program where you can preach to them and create a situation, relationship between them, and they can go from there and it can guide them. So that one is better than online. Online is this world is too dangerous with online stuff now. So church should not support it. So the headquarters should stop that man for what he's trying to do. It's not going to help the image. Yeah.
All right, thank you, Ajale Coco. Ajale Coco, for reasons of time, let me go on to Insibidi, who couldn't resist. So Insibidi, this one now you were quibbling the second fiddle, but this is now another senior Igbo man speaking to the space. Ndigbo will kneel, prostrate, beg for 2023 presidency. Is Ezeife saying this, the former governor of Anambra State and a senior person within the East? So you did not know the bishop, but certainly you know Chukwuemeka Ezeife. So what are you then making then of his assertion? Igbos will take the knee, prostrate, beg for 2023 presidency. So are you taking the knee in CBD?
Yeah. I think I understand what the Chukwuemeka is trying to say, but like if you look at it this way, they will definitely, because of the way the thing is set up, like Vin has said, and which is exactly even someone that was born 10 years ago already knows that it's not a matter of the political ability or capacity or even willingness of the Igbo people. It's just that these people are still fighting the civil war in their minds, this political class of whether from the north, because most of them are still alive, the people that were there during those times, it's not like we are dealing with people that started politics some 10 years ago. Like you could hear even what all those people have been saying. So so with that mentality, it will always come to, I think what I would have used instead of kneel, prostrate, and beg is it will definitely come to some kind of table talks and dialogues and kind of to reach some level of understanding. To be honest, that's the only way, because if not, these people in their mind, they are still fighting with the Igbos. And the Igbos in their mind...
Igbos still fighting with them?
In their mind?
Yeah.
No, in their mind, the Igbos are still fighting more like a defense. It has always been a defensive battle for the Igbos, to be honest, because Igbos are never interested in trying to come and assert their... All the time they've been in Lagos, they will not... Have you ever seen them try to enforce their political will in Lagos and say they must be governor of Lagos?
Did they not claim that Lagos is no man's land? Was that not their narrative once upon a time?
And that was an Igbo man's narrative. You see, that's what I'm telling you about.
Was it not? I'm asking you, was it not?
Did you allow them to vote?
Yeah, that's what I'm telling you. One man, let's not sensationalize this.
No, I'm asking you because that was a narrative once upon a time that came out of the eastern quarters. Did it not come out of the eastern quarters?
It was a narrative. It did not come out from the eastern quarters. It was a narrative of every non-Yoruba living in Lagos. Or let's say
who is the non-Yoruba living in Lagos? Lagos is essentially Igbo and Yoruba.
What do you mean, one man? Why are we?
Who populates Lagos? It's Igbos and Yorubas, isn't it? Who else?
What do you mean by that? When you know Lagos, we have everybody.
We have everybody, but wholly and largely it is Igbo and Yorubas. That is it. No, are you refuting that too?
I don't usually look at.
Can I interject? Can I interject, Roman? Please,
I don't
Roman, what do you
usually.
mean when you say I'm not trying to bring this argument again because Ajani people misunderstood me and argued with me the other day. I'll bring that question again. What do you mean when you say Yoruba owns Lagos? Because I want to know if somebody who owns the property is going to.
No, it's Yoruba land. It's Yoruba. Is it
So
Yoruba
that
land?
means that
Is it Yoruba land?
that means if I have a house in Lagos, someday I will give it back to Yoruba.
What do I mean?
What kind of question is that?
What do I mean?
I'm trying to ask.
Okay, let me answer. Let me answer then by
answer.
Let me answer then by posing this. What do I mean when I say the Igbos own Imo State or Abia State? What do I mean by that? That the Igbos own Igbo?
It's simply that
do they not? And do they own it?
That's our ancestral space.
So there you are then. That answers your question, doesn't it?
Yes, but in the world of today where we live, nobody goes about saying this is my ancestral space. And wanting and not expecting people to say.
So you quickly claim you quickly claimed Imo State just immediately now.
No, I'm just explaining.
But you don't want the Yorubas to claim their own land.
I'm explaining to you because this issue is always leading to disagreement because people refuse to understand certain things in global practices.
Oh, Yoruba. So Lagos is global, but Imo belongs to the East.
No, it's not. No, you see now, you are still going to. You are deviating to that point where we now start having that argument. That's what I'm trying to explain. What people see when you make this kind of comment is that, oh, does it mean that someday my property is no longer mine because your land is this is your land? That means my properties are not mine.
No, it means who holds sway. Who holds sway? The Igbo man holds sway in Imo State. The Yoruba man holds sway in Lagos, Ibadan, and Yoruba. Anywhere there is Yoruba land, the Yoruba man holds sway. And anywhere there is Eastern, the Easterners hold sway.
One man. That's by virtue of his votes and how many people come out to vote. What if in a situation that there are more Igbo votes than the Yoruba votes, and the Igbo candidate wins an election in Lagos State? Would you say because Lagos is a Yoruba state, then the Igbo votes does not count?
No, how can the Igbo man come and win Lagos State? What are you talking about?
Why can't he win Lagos State?
Because they don't constitute the majority, and it is not their land.
If you claim that your land, that's what I'm saying. This federal system that we are claiming we are doing there. Is it working for us? You can't go to America.
How about Governor Adebayo in Abia State? Governor Adebayo, how about that? Governor Mukhtar in Imo.
Who will remove him if it is the votes?
No problem. Why are they not moving?
In theory, yes. No, in theory, everything is possible in theory.
But in practical, Oluomo will chase Igbos, not to vote.
How is he chasing it? Will the Yoruba man not be chased if he contests in?
Let me tell you how it works, man. Even if there are two candidates, there are Yoruba people supporting the same person.
Is this duplicitousness, isn't it?
The Igbo person's votes complements the Yoruba vote to an opposition candidate and makes him win. Then you now say because the Igbo votes are surplus in this area, then we should chase the Igbos about that.
Who is working heavy machinery? Somebody is working heavy machinery.
I'm at work, that's why, but I couldn't resist coming in because you are downplaying the Igbos again as usual.
What do you mean as usual? Don't color me in that. You know my platform is essentially Igbo. Apart from me and Najanle Koko, we're the only two Yoruba people in this space. Everybody else is Igbo.
But now,
not today, always,
When you don't see us, you now look
for
my people, one trouble to find so that people can remember you.
Exactly. He plays some devil's advocate so that we'll come back here by all means.
Look at these guys. You are reading too much into it and you are giving me too much credit. I just present it as I say it. But yes, right. to you in CBD, taking the knee.
Taking the knee. Oh, okay. I almost forgot what we had. But you see, X0, the guy is much respect to the man for joining us from his workplace. But you see, what I was saying is this: all these things that we are talking about, even the blind people knows this thing. these people are still fighting. I don't know how many times I should say it. I think I should just leave it there. These people in their mind, they will never allow, unless now, I won't use the word respect, prostrate and beg and all that. It's probably, it will be on kind of some kind of discussion, diplomacy and reconciliations and, acceptance of some of the things that happened in the past. Then there's a way they can move forward, and before you know, the Igbos will come into play. But you also know that there's this fear. In fact, the reason why these people are so much afraid of putting the Igbo of an Igbo man becoming the president is because of they know that the Igbos are very, in fact, they are extremely capable. Not just, they are actually extreme. I can't say. I won't go the route of trying to bring down any other tribe by saying we are the most, like how one man sometimes likes saying.
Where has that been demonstrated, this capacity that you've want?
We have the capacity in every. Why is it that, like, when people are saying that we are not playing politics, why is it that the Igbos were so much active in other governments, especially during the time of even Jonathan, and all of a sudden?
Yes, it's that second fiddle narrative, isn't it?
You could see, no, second, it's not second. When you say second fiddle, you also have to tell us how. Is it that these people
hold this bag for me, carry this bag for me, go and bring the file. Go and bring the file. Go and bring the file.
We all know that's a lie. We all know that is a big lie.
One man.
We all know that's a big lie, and everybody knows that. There's no need to even try to attack, to try and clarify that. The only thing is that these people have decided that there's still that disagreement. There's no that reconciliation yet because of the civil war and whatever.
Forget the civil war. What this chap is saying, a senior Igbo man, is that it's not in the makeup of the space because they don't have the requisite set of skills.
Okay, yeah, I get whatever person is saying. That is his own opinion.
Yeah, but he's a senior man. He's a player. He's in the game.
It doesn't mean he cannot have his own opinion.
No, but his opinion carries more. He has more cachet because he's talking to the space. Is a leader within that space and is speaking about the people as he observes them.
Please. There's no leader of a space that I am just hearing his name today for the first time. So what kind of leader?
Yeah, you are not in that space. You are an Icelandic man. You are a European.
No. I go to Nigeria more regularly than most of the people that even live there and maybe travel outside. So my point is this. The man has his opinion, and everybody is having their opinion, but that's not the general opinion of that's not the general view of the people, And everybody knows that whatever happens, this time is the time that.
Hello,
yes.
What is that?
You never call me. You never call me.
Yes, you are driving today. Look at this man. You go to fine boy. Look at that one. All the girls are in trouble in America. Look at that.
Who will call you?
It looks like a hunter. What are you going to hunt? Is it is it Natasha or what is it?
He's gone.
UK will call you UK. You people are shouting his code. If you people are where I am, you would have. If you are where I am, you would have frozen by now.
Yes, it's brutal there in those places, those Nordic spaces. Yes.
Yeah. So what is happening is that these people are. Vin is affected. Yeah. So.
I'm here.
No, I'm saying you are.
No. I think it's on the phone. Yeah. Sorry. Carry on. Yeah.
Yeah. So definitely, what I agree with is that there has to be some kind of. It's not a matter of. You see, when Igbos take up arms, it's more about defending their land, and you can't tell people that are being attacked directly not to defend themselves physically. So I'm not even going to go into all that. But you see, when you're talking about the presidency and all these things, I think it's not something that.
Is this a new culture that we're seeing developing within the East? Because just recently, within the last week or two, we saw Pa Amechi go to Aso Rock to take the knee on behalf of Nnamdi Kanu. So he took the knee there. And now we're hearing Ezeife asking the entirety of the clan to take the knee for the presidency. So is this a new culture developing within the East, taking the knee, begging?
Taking the knee, begging, that can be how you or any other person, including Ezeife himself, can decide to put it. For me, I will look at it as you have to sit on a table, you have to be diplomatic with this thing, and so that you can, especially when it has to do with the presidency, because definitely you know that no matter how much politics an Igbo man plays in that country, without reconciliation and being on the same page and this kind of diplomacy, they will not be able to be, they won't give them that position of the presidency. So when it comes to that, definitely there should be that diplomacy in place. But when you're talking about some terrorists invading our land and attacking people in the bush, obviously we cannot be doing diplomacy in that. We have to defend ourselves. You understand? So in this situation of presidency, yes, they should go there, meet Buhari. Even what is negotiation all about? Is it not the two enemies or people standing on different sides of the fence coming together and talking things out? So that's how it's supposed to be. It doesn't matter, and we are not against that. We support that. We have to, if you want to play politics, that's how it has to be, So it has nothing to do. Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Nsebede. For reasons of time, let me.
No, ask me another question.
No, I want to steam through because I'm going to cap it at 2 hours and we're 20 minutes from that. So
how can you be allowing Ajanle Koko to talk for 2 hours and you tell us?
No, Ajanle Koko is what people want to hear, but we tolerate you. That's just it. But we want to hear from Ajanle Koko.
You people don't like the bitter truth sometimes.
The bitter truth. You want us to talk about the bitter truth. It can get very bitter, but we don't want to go there, do we? You know how sensitive you are.
No, I'm not sensitive. I just like, if I'm sensitive, I would have stopped coming to the platform.
No, you see, this is the thing. Once somebody gets hooked in this conversation, it's very difficult for them to escape. It's very difficult for them to escape. Once you are hooked, you are hooked. That's just the thing. And a person that is hooked, of course, are UK. So UK to you, but Alexander chats to you. Alexander says to you, UK. He says, "Good to see." So Alexander, look, who just? Oh, I think we lost the dialect. So Alexander celebrates. He says, "Is admiring your fine boy looks." He says, "Good to see UK's face." Oh, so that is what Alexander is saying to you. Good to see UK's face.
Alexander, good morning. Thank you for that compliment.
All right, thank you. Let me take you then to the space of the RCCG Church setting up an online dating site for Christians. Do you think this is a space that they should be entering?
Well, I don't think so now, because if they're setting online, what about the counseling job they do in the church now? So what do they? I mean, what happened to that one? That's my question. One man.
No, they are taking it to cyberspace now to expand it, so that's just it.
But people will be paying now. People will be paying. Is it not about money?
Yes, well, I'm not even sure, but I suspect that they will be paying. But what they are saying is they are creating a space. Go on.
Yeah, but if they're doing it for free, it's okay. But if they are coming to make money, it is not okay by me, because not everybody can afford it in that church. Yes.
Do you think there should be such a service?
I don't see why they will go into dating site now. What about people in the church now? The old ways they used to do, Like when you like a girl, you see it, then you tell the pastor, then pastor will interview you guys, one-on-one. But this dating, dating sites.
Yes, but if you don't say a girl you like in your church, but they're then expanding it to the whole of the church family, so that the girl you like might be in another parish, but then she's online in this redeemed Tinder,
Okay, well, if it is free, if it is free up
swipe right.
If it is free up for the congregation, I'm in support of it. But if it's not free, I'm not.
Fornication in the church. Fornication.
How is that fornication?
No, it's not fornication. No, I said
no,
it's not about fornication. I mean, it's about hunting for a woman or
a life partner. Yes.
Yeah, if it is free, if it is free for the congregation, I support it, because I will say, the church, they are doing it for their members.
That should be part of the 10% they are collecting, isn't it?
Exactly. Yeah. If it is free, I'm in support of it. But if for them to be making money out of it, nope, I'm not in support of it.
If you were single, is it something you would have signed up to? If you were single, which you're not, of course, but if you were.
Well, if I'm single, I'm in that church. If it is free, I will sign up. If it's not free, I'm not signing up now. Is it not our organization something? It's supposed to be free, or if it is subsidized. If it is subsidized, I will sign up for it.
Knowing Nigerian men as you do you not think that they will just use it as just another opportunity just to catch babes?
Well, that one is for sure now, because some of them, they won't come there for the purpose of that of the website. They will come there to use it to be, raking women.
Yes. This is it. That's the Nigerian way. So thank you, UK. Just for reasons of time, let me go on to X0, who couldn't resist this bishop saying that the East essentially traders and they don't know politics, forever second fiddle. So you disagree? I take it, X0. So have we got X0? Oh, I think yeah. So work commitments with X0. So let's take that question then to Vin.
Yeah, one man. Thank you so much for this opportunity. Yes, I'm here.
Yeah.
Okay. I have spoke for the reason, for the sake of time, I've spoken a little on that issue. For me, all I have to say is that the Igbos don't know how to play politics. And they fight within themselves, especially the political elites, those top ones. When I was in Abuja, I had my experiences with them there during the time of Obasanjo. I had my experience with them. If it cut across all the ethnic groups in that country. You see some people fighting their own blood, fighting their own people, coming to Asorok to fight their own people. Don't give them this, don't give them that. It is common. So for me, if Ojozokalu will stand against Alex Ekweme at just convention, so I don't see the reason why these things will not be happening. You see, that's just my take on that issue. Ezeife, I want to.
Yeah, go on.
I want to go to the kneeling side. They will beg. You see, for me, what you know what to do best, you don't need to beg. What I have discovered in the Nigerian system is, in respect to Igbos in Nigeria, is that Igbos are still fighting the silent war. It's just like racism in abroad. You see, Igbos are still fighting civil war. It is a latent civil war that they are fighting. And knowing who they are, if you look at the economy of Okpara as at that time, it was, said that was the fastest growing economy in the world as at that time, Eastern region. Awolowo was doing his own too, but Okpara was doing marvelously well in the East as at that time. If they were allowed to roll from there, I do not know. And this, when you look before that time, Igbos were all over. All the parastatals, they were there. They were not just there because they bribed themselves in, because they know what they were doing. They know what they were doing. So that is how that was. For them to go and be kneeling down, begging, capping. I don't subscribe to that. It is demeaning. It is demeaning for an average Igbo man, a senior Igbo elder like that, to go, and unless maybe he was just being idiomatically, expressed. But if he really meant it, I don't think that is the right way to go about it. Now,
right,
going
thank you.
to going to setting up a dating site.
Yes, that's dating that.
Yeah, the world is coming. The world has already become a global village.
We have to move with the times now. The church
we have
has
to move with the times.
Of
course, we have to move with the time. But for me, where I will have issue is that if it is going to be on subscription basis. If it is not on subscription basis, there is nothing wrong. There are people today that are married, living happily abroad. African that married, white people that married black people marrying white people that see themselves through the internet, and the marriage is blessed, and so many of them are living happily. So why not?
So many. That's how the future will happen, and that is even how the present is happening now.
You see,
life will be lived online. We're living online now, are we not? We're living online. Yeah. So if
somebody say one man, if somebody told me that I would sit in Ghana here, open an account with a bank through my Android phone, and be able to purchase vehicles online from an auction company in the United States, I would tell you maybe you are a witchcraft or a wizard. But it's happening today.
Yeah, you are.
And
you can even have it shipped. You can have it shipped. If you're willing to spend the money, you can buy that auction, have it shipped, and delivered to your farm in Ghana without leaving your front room. You can do that.
This is what I'm doing. This is what I've been doing. Most of the things I just go online, I get them, then I purchase, I bid with my bank account, then I send and I bring them in, and it's okay for me. You see, if somebody told me that this thing would be possible today, let's say 40 years ago, 30 years ago, when I was still crawling, I will tell you are a wizard. It can never happen. But today it's happening. The world is coming close to your doorstep. So why not? If that is the way to bring the congregants together, the bachelors and the spinsters and so on and so forth, the married people, and coach them, bring them in. I'm in for it. But if
the way of the
for people that are afraid, for people that are afraid that scammers will take, is there anything that scammers have not taken over today in the world? Scammers is everywhere, but how you use it, how they use it, it will determine whether it is. For me, I'm for it.
All right, brilliant. Thank you, Vin, and thank you. Just short and to the point and crisp, just to help us manage the time. So thank you, Vin, and let's see if we can try X0 just one last time, just to X0. Are you there? All right. I think X0 is at work. He just had to pop in quickly to have a quick.
No, I'm here.
All right. Thank you, X0. So I was calling you earlier just to take you through that space of the Igbos are forever fundamentally second fiddle. Just hold the bag, go and bring the file. Tell my driver to get ready. That is what
you like fight, or you. I'm sure you were fighting.
No,
everybody.
it's not me talking. No, it's the bishop. It's the bishop now from the east. The bishop from the east now.
Let me take.
Let
me take one man on that. Let me take one man on that.
Second fiddle.
Let me take one man on that Christianity space. You see, the people you just talked about now, the pastor who in his church introduced the app, the dating app. You said they are amenable to the times. Times are changing, so they are adapting to changes, right? But then, in another breath, you want the politics of Nigeria to remain as it is. You don't believe that the times have changed and we should move to a better space. The politics we have today is still governed to a large extent by kakistocrats. Look around. These people are so powerful, these military people.
But this is the last vestige of it. This is the
last of the Mohicans. Yes, that is if we are lucky that he doesn't, try to impose another new era military evil person on us. So if you say we should be moving forward and we should be changing with the times, then we should be looking at what obtains in the political space in saner climes. But you cannot just tell us in one breath that the church
Yeah.
is trying to be, change with the times. So the dating app, and somebody was saying how people met themselves in dating app. Of course, I met people through dating apps too.
Look
And
at that. You are one of them, Abby. Swipe right,
of
swipe
course
right.
now, what's
Swipe
what's
right.
we never see.
Man
But at the
must
same
stop.
time, in another breath, you are saying we should.
Man must stop.
In another breath, you are saying we should remain in the doldrums when it comes to politics. I don't agree with you, man. I think the Igbos, this new generation Igbos, have seen what is happening. Just like you and I, who have well traveled, they are everywhere in the world. They are the most traveled. So they know that the Nigerian politics is an aberration. They cannot practice what is an aberration.
So how are they
Like I told
effecting
you,
change? Holy holy, is it holy holy?
there is a holy section of it. There is the people who are just distance themselves from it, and there are those who are just hoping that time will change people. But the grip these people have makes it look like they are not willing to listen. There's a group that are chasing this through the international courts and in international protests and all that. There's a lot of of us know that this country is run shabbily. I mean, what is this current politics of killing people for? We all agree that this man there is hateful, is killing people, is putting people as 5%ers. Yet we still accept that this politics we should negotiate it. How can you negotiate? Do you want peace at all costs? Peace on your knees?
No. Well, you say the knee, but it's the East that have been taking the knee all over Nigeria now and
In
recommending
every
it to their
gathering,
people.
in every group, there are always people who want to sound esoteric, who want to
No, they
make
are
their
Sabo,
own
Abi.
views.
They are Sabo. Look at that.
No, who will want
Everybody
their
is a
own
Sabo.
views, who will want their own views to stand out. But if you look at it, the generality of the Southeast says, well, they don't want this politics. It is not equity. It's not equal. It's not an equitable politics where you wake up tomorrow, one person by virtue of his coming from the north and the rigged population is going to impose, is going to become your president. And you and I know this is not true because the population of the north have been inflated. You and I know these things. So why do we sit down and say, let us play this politics? That is where the problem is. If you agree that times are changing, why are we not changing in that regard?
No.
This is where we are
That is not where the problem is. The problem is in non-participation. That is the problem, and the lack of the requisite skills to participate. That is the problem.
But
Because
every human being,
hold on, but because essentially the Southwest is carrying all of the weight of the South, because the East are not demonstrating willing or capacity.
so you don't think the Southwest have developed their
are just in cohort or cohort. How do they say it? It's not like they are not trying to make any change.
Right.
No, I don't think it's okay to lump the Southwest in one lump because the Southwest has tried so many times.
Some of their political class, obviously not
the people.
General people,
yes,
obviously.
The people have tried so much to change the narrative. But
it was the South that did it. It was the Yorubas that did NSAS.
No.
What do you mean? Have you not seen the names of the guys? Because of Paul's and Macaroni and didn't you see the full list of the people that organized DJ Switch Yoruba?
No. It was the Yoruba. The Yorubas were the arrowhead of NSAS.
Okay, that's good. Yoruba. That's good. So is NSAS not a sign that the Yorubas are now, they understand that there's something very wrong with our politics?
No, the Yorubas have always understood that the politics of Nigeria is not properly calibrated. That is why they've always championed the narrative of restructuring, which is another Yoruba space, and they also champion the politics of revolution, which is also a Yoruba space. and they also champion the politics of politics, which the Yorubas also champion. So what I'm essentially arguing is that it's the Southwest that is carrying the weight of the South.
Why do they make it look like everybody there is shouting Jagaban when we know definitely that there are people who are not even people like the Afenifere, the late Oduma King, and all these people, all these outstanding Yorubas. Why are you not why are our Yoruba brothers not singing the praises of those people and thinking towards their politics? Instead, we should be shouting about Jagaban and MC Oluomo and all those.
Thank you very much, CBD. Thank you very much. You see, they have the power and they have the media. You see, when there's a corrupt government, look at how they have stifled the media. You know how many times media men have been arrested in this administration?
I'm fine.
Exactly. That's a clear indication that we have been hooked into something we don't want, and they're not leaving us any soon unless we start reacting. The way we react is different. But we all agree, we are all in tandem that this government and the politics of Nigeria and in fact the constitution of Nigeria and the way Nigeria
the East is not taking any practical, impactful step to effect change.
A people that took the government of America to court for selling weapons to Nigeria.
No, that's just feather flapping. They are not doing, it's just holy, isn't it? Really,
but they are doing what you want them to do. One man now, they are according to you, some of them are going to bend the knee.
One man, I would like to
just got into the position there.
Yeah,
so
but that's too late. That's too late for 2023. So you have to take the knee and stay on that knee for at least another 6 years.
Another 6 years. So are you trying to tell us that the Yoruba politicians have been on their knees since?
No, they've never been on the knee because the Yorubas, as you know, they operate with stealth and guile. Yeah.
One man, let me tell you. One man, want to tell you.
Is Ajale Koko there? Ajale Koko.
Ajale Koko actually told us how they brought Obasanjo and put him there, that he was the president of second term. So how what is the stealth and guile in that?
No, what do you mean the stealth and guile? The Yoruba moved the space to... No, the Yoruba moved... Do you think they gave it as an act of charity? The Yoruba moved the space that left the space no choice.
So now pick somebody and put... And also determined when he was going to leave. And determined...
No, it's out 2 terms. It's out 2 terms. That's the constitution.
So what notable change can you say that the man... effected in that country?
He introduced GSM to the country. He did.
One man,
he cleared the economy. He liberalized the economy. He brought wealth to the space. He set the trajectory for growth in Nigeria.
We are talking about political and long-standing foreign policies or political influence. GSM is part of civilization. Whoever is the president...
If Obasanjo was not president, you would not have mobile phone in Nigeria till today.
It is not
possible. But we have in Ghana, we have in Cotonou, we have in other places.
You had it 10 decades prior to when you had it in Nigeria. Do you know when it came in Ghana? They've always had mobile phones. And you were still chasing Nitel all around the place.
That is part of global civilization and modernization. It does not depend on one person.
A lot of things are part of global civilization that are not vested within the Nigerian state.
Yes, so that's more reason why we should not agree to continue with this status quo.
Yeah, but then the change has to come in the politics, not from holy.
No, but the change. No. Have you seen the revolution in other countries?
Holy,
Abi. Do you know the days of the Cuba revolution?
Look at that, Che Guevara.
Do you know that things like that still happen?
One man. The way you want the Igbos to do it, is it by the way they wanted to say stop Anambra election? If they did it that way, that could have been the best way, right?
No, the Igbos should play politics, not holy. Play politics, not holy.
The holy came because The Holy came because of the injustices that is going on in that country. See, what the Holy
Holy
man,
was the
the
ego
whole,
of one man straddling the space.
of course,
The
see, the
Holy was
Holy
to
came
defend
as
our
a
land
result of the injustice. If you look
from
at the Holy man,
herdsmen.
Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, he was there. He was one time a supporter of one Nigeria, hoping that just like any other person now, hoping that things will change. But the Nigeria is enshrined, engraved in a very serious, let me just say, statue that cannot be broken unless the Igbo, the South, let me just use the South, because these people know how to divide you. They will cause the division in you and left you to fight among yourself. The day the South, old South, will come in and take their place in that Nigeria, then you will see the North will have nothing to say. Look at it when the 17 governors started coming in. So the politics is not just because of, this one is this. No, it is a combination, it's a combined effort of the generality of the South to make things happen.
Exactly.
But when the other people are saying is, these people are saying was, it can never happen. Then the North will now look at the easiest, group there, tribe there, whether it might be Yoruba, it might be Igbo, because these are the three major ethnic groups. Then they will fall in love with any of them to counter the rest. And this is what is going on in the
Thank you.
Nigerian politics.
Thank
All
you,
right.
man. I don't know your name. You're very right.
Vin, but thank you. So, guys, we've come up to the 2 hour mark, which is where I usually like to cap it off. So, I will have to cap it off here. Just, I know the conversation can extend just for another hour, but we'll leave it as a teaser to encourage people to come and rejoin us for later on in the day. So, thank you, gentlemen. Vin from Ghana, X0, I think, from the UK, and our Icelandic. What is it called? Viking. Are you the ones called Viking? And our Viking from
And
Iceland,
one
the
man, please,
mighty Insibidi. Eh?
sorry, as you're going, just when you come on your platform and you do not see your Igbo brothers, just tell them that my brothers, I'm here, join us. So you don't have to use this your
No, don't worry. Let me run the platform as I see fit. Thank you for the
don't,
feedback, but
But
Insibidi. Yeah.
one man, please. No more of these dating apps, please. More serious, because I don't. Sometimes I don't want to comment on those things because it's so
But you were
deep.
very quick to go there, and you're an avid user
Even
of
if
it. You're an avid user of it. Are you
even
one
if
of
I
those?
don't,
Are you a catfish? Are you a catfish? Look at
just
that.
imagine
It's a
members of
catfish.
ADEBOYE'S church
Eh?
in a dating app. What would they look like in the profile picture? Even?
Look, look at that one. That very fast one. That Leke. That guy. I detest that guy. He's a chancer of the extremes. You
who
know,
is that? Who
I
is that?
swear.
Leke Adeboye. He's a real character. Just yeah. Oh
Are
God.
you talking about the son of the prophet, the woman?
Yes, the son of
Yes.
the prophet.
No.
But he anything but
The,
That is dangerous.
the Daddy
How can
Jew,
you talk about
the
the
daddy
son of the
Gio,
prophet?
the son Gio.
spiritual father.
All right, gentlemen. Always a delight in your company, as you know.
Thank you
So,
so much. Thank you so much, bro.
so thank you everyone that's joined us. So we'll leave it there. Carry conversation on in the comment section here. Say peace.